Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to have you join me if you'd like to do the next week's weekly planning. Now, I haven't done any planning in the past, I would say a week and a half, probably 2 weeks, just because I was so busy. So you'll notice that I'm a little behind, let's just say. Now, one thing I have future planned for, and I want to make sure I do not miss, is the paper test opening of her shop with the 2024 planners. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is the Mahjong 8-2. It's a bit different than the A1, which is, I'll try and get it for you right over here. This beauty right here. Gosh, every time I move this, it sends you a whiff of beautiful leather. This is the I think this is the A1 and this is the A2, excuse me. Love them. So we're going to use this to write out our plans. Now, next week is the 23rd. Which is a Monday. And like I said, the 27th is paper test designs opening for her planner, so I don't want to miss that. I do have, let's see. We have, okay, we do not have, oh, Sterling ink orders. I should be getting my Sterling ink order. So I'm going to put that probably, I don't know when it will be delivered. I haven't received any kind of email. So let's hope that it arrives by Friday at the very least. And I want to do, now I had different types of layouts. You could say this is very messy. I really like this one the most. I like how decorated it was and how I broke it down. So I think I may do that again. Let's see. So we need, let me grab a couple of things. We need a ruler. We need our highlighters. And we need some stickers, of course. And our washi tape is right in this drawer. So let's see. See what kind of things we can create. So like I said, I really like this layout. So I'm going to go back to it. 1, 2. Okay. And another one here. I like the little dots. They make it so much easier to line up properly. And here on this side, I write what I drink. Like, for example, my lemon water or coffee, how much coffee I have, because I try to cut down the amount of coffee that I'm drinking. Sometimes I drink up to 3 cups and I like to cut it down to like at least, I want to do a max of 1. Doesn't always work, but I'll do like a regular coffee, fully caffeinated, and then maybe switch to like a decaf. And of course, my tea, and this one's almost out. Okay. Now, let's do some decoration. The best part. Oh, let's see. Payday will be this Friday as well. So how many of you are actually W-2 employees versus consultants or, 1099 or just a straight out W-2? I ask because I recently learned, and I guess I've been living under a rock, that it is unbelievable to find out, love that gold. It is unbelievable to find out, and if you haven't, I highly recommend kind of checking your work situation out, how much money others make off of you slaving away, and they make money. Now, I'm not talking about the overhead they have to pay. Yes, Social Security, all the taxes. Yes, that's quite a bit of overhead of, I don't know, maybe 30% that they have to cover if you're a W-2 employee. But when they rent you out, they make a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay. So maybe it's worthwhile to figure out a way to work for yourself. Let's see. I really should. I try to be pretty good about working out, but like I said, these past 2 weeks, I was really busy. And so I haven't had a chance to do my usual workout, which I find is so important for my mental clarity. So I'm going to plan on Monday morning to get back into it because it does help me quite a bit. And actually, I do have a pedicure. Do I use this? Manny, I don't have a pedi. Where's the pedi? We'll do plan on Sundays, which is when I like to plan the week ahead. Well, I'll just use the Manny one. I do my own manicure and my own nails. So I'll do the pedicure over here. And I have that at 10 a.m. So what I drink, and then when I eat, and then anything that comes up, I'll put here. Let's see. Water plants, I do that every 2 weeks. So I think I'll do water plants over here. I like to do that on Fridays. So we'll do that here. Water plants. Laundry, I do every 3 days. So, well, really, I do it whenever it's needed. So let's do laundry. I'm actually all caught up on laundry this weekend. So I'll do laundry probably Wednesday or Thursday. And of course, work is every day. So I wonder if I could squeeze in some me time. Well, this is me time when I have a pedicure. So that's over here. All right. So to get back to working for yourself, if you can, don't work through a recruiter because, like I said, they will literally charge so much money, the one that's trying to hire you, to where sometimes that can get in the way of you getting hired. And I'm telling you this as someone that hires people and someone that puts people in certain jobs. I am a consultant. And so I've learned this years ago, and it bothered me when I found out how much money they were making from my skill sets and my experience. And this is not just the case when you're doing W-2. This is also the case when you are, obviously when you work for, a firm, they'll bill you out. So you have your bill rate, but that's not necessarily what you make. But I'm talking about even when you are a consultant and you do consulting with other companies, be careful because they could have a hidden fee that they're charging the client on top of what you're getting paid. So try to cut out the fat is what I've tried to do is just do business with people directly rather than having a middleman that makes money off of you for literally not providing any kind of value, not being a producer of anything, but simply being a leech, or as I like to call it, a parasite. So ask questions. And like I said, if you could figure out a way to get on your own, and when I did it, I was really, really scared. Really, really scared because you're talking to someone that's done corporate America, the usual W-2 for a very long time. And so there's a definitely a fear there. But I have to say, you'll get over it and you'll grow because of it. And it will allow you to actually identify your true value. Also, I love this. I have a different book for gratitude, but why don't I just start adding at least one gratitude here? Let's do, this would be to do, and we'll do gratitude. It doesn't really work. Colors don't work. The colors don't work for me in this one. So I'd love to hear what you have to say. What has your experience been? And I know a lot of us planner folks are, well, I don't know that actually. I don't know what a lot of us planner folks do for a living or how we make ends meet, or I'd love to hear about some of your experiences. I was actually thinking about just, I mean, the world is changing. I think it's enough of people really I'm sorry to say this, but enslaving others, that hasn't changed. I think that that's still occurring in just a very corporatized way to make it, you know, digestible. So we're not as angry. It's not chains, if you will. But if you are a W-2 employee and you feel like that's the case, ask for a raise and know that it will be done because you've done the work, I hope, to improve your skills, get that extra certification or whatever it may be that can garner you a much higher salary, a much higher hourly rate, because I think it's enough of, and maybe it's a little bit of a rant. I know I don't usually have videos like this, but I just felt inspired to talk about it. I don't know where it's coming from. Let me grab my cute little scissors. So I picked up these beautiful scissors from Amazon. I think I mentioned in a prior video, my children took my regular Cricut, non-pretty, very functional small scissors, and they have disappeared. I can't find them anywhere. So I needed scissors. And so these are mine. I'm speaking to my children. These are mine. And they're not going to leave my office. Are they cute? My goodness. So I want to hear what your thoughts are about some of this. Maybe you think it's different. Maybe you're okay with people making a cut off of your head, if you will, because for whatever reason, they are providing some sort of value to you. And if they do, that's not a discussion for that. I'm talking about those that do not provide any kind of value. to the agreement, whether it's a service or a product. There's a lot of fat layers, as I call it, that get added and just inflate the process, the product, or inflate the service. Whereas otherwise, when you work with a person to person, you don't have any of that fat layering. And so it's better for the seller, it's better for the buyer, better for the provider, and better for the client. So I like to work that way. I like to remove all the fat layers. I like to be extremely fair in pricing. And I do believe everything is negotiable. Everything. How lovely, the silence of growing things. What a beautiful quote. That has to go in here. So what do you all do? What do you do for a living? I know some of you folks are teachers. But what about the others? Like, is there a demographic of planners and some of their preferred jobs or preferred professions, rather? What is that? What does that look like? I'm curious. No, no, no. Okay. So I remember when I used to play with stickers and paper, which I've always loved. I used to be really careful with and really think through where things would go. And then I realized that although it's fun, not fun, but although it feels like you want to do you want to set it in the right place, you want to decorate it just the right way, everything has to match. It takes away from the fun of just doing and playing with things you enjoy. So I try not to judge myself now with the way spreads come out. I also find that sometimes, especially in my journaling, it I may hate a spread completely. And then if I come back to it months later or even a year later, I remember how much I disliked it and then I fall in love with it. So it's weird how things work out, I think. So I think that's it. Like I said, I don't write my work related items in my personal planner. This is just for my personal planner. There aren't any doctor's appointment or dentist appointment or anything that needs to be added. There isn't any Azure pickups. Just going to be a smooth week, moving us towards the end of October. So the only thing that's highlighting this week is really the paper test release, which I have to make, and I have to get a paper test notebook planner. And then my Sterling ink that I pre-ordered, but I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with that if I'm going to buy paper test. So I may sell the Sterling ink. I don't know. I'll have to try them both out. I've never used them before, so I want to see if I like them. So this is the end of the plan with me. Thank you for joining me and listening in to some of my thoughts about work and your worth and your value and how it really works out there in the real world. And I want to hear what your thoughts are. If you're still here, thank you so much for listening and for being with me. And if you would care to, please like and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video, which I'm not sure it would be now. I will see you on the next one. Thank you.